So today I'm going to show you a video on how I make my favourite goat's cheese and caramelised onion omelette. So I'm just going to show you how to do all the ingredients and then finally how to cook it. It's really simple. It's just I thought I'd do it because it's my favourite and it feels like a bit of a cheat in a way because I love, my favourite pizza is the goat's cheese and caramelised onion one. It's just divine. So it's a little bit more healthier. And what I'll do is I'll put on the blog the ingredients and the full method of how to make it. So I'll begin on showing you the ingredients I'm about to use. So I'm going to use 3 large eggs to make this omelette. I normally have it for lunch or dinner. For some reason I just don't fancy goat's cheese in the morning. So 3 large eggs, then some goat's cheese, obviously. And I won't use all of that, I'll probably use about half of that. Then some spinach. And then obviously with the caramelised onion, I'm going to use half a red onion. And then to sweeten it up, a squirt of agave nectar. Some people like to use icing sugar, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit more healthy. And some balsamic vinegar. And it's really simple, and then we just put a bit of coconut oil just to line the pan with so it doesn't stick. But that's it. I mean, you can add other vegetables and things to it. Sometimes I chuck a few tomatoes in it, or some sweet corn or anything like that. So it just depends what you fancy and what is in your fridge at the time. I'm going to start chopping the onion. So once the layers have actually come off, the onion hasn't actually turned out to be that big, so I might just cook down a whole onion rather than half, and then if there is too much I can always save it for another time. So this is what your sliced onion should look like. So I'm just going to start cooking down the onions. Just put a teaspoon of coconut oil in the pan. And let that melt down. Just give that a quick stir. Make sure the onions are fully coated with the coconut oil. Leave it on high power for a moment and then just turn the heat down and let it simmer with the lid on for, I would say, about 10 minutes. Just keep checking it, see how soft it goes. And we'll go back to that in a minute. So now that the onion's cooking down, we're going to start with the eggs. So what we're going to do is just crack them open into a bowl and give them a good whisk. So now that's all nice and whisked up. I mean, some people might want to add a little bit of milk to their omelette. You can use normal standard dairy milk, and almond milk, but I like to just keep it just pure eggs. Every now and then just keep checking the onions, give them a good stir so that they don't stick to the pan. So now to the goat's cheese. I'm just going to cut this in half. This goat's cheese in particular is a lot easier than, you know, the round ones, because they've got all the, you know, the paper around the edge. This is just so much easier to just cut into bits. It's less messier. So whilst the onions are still cooking down and I've cut the goat's cheese, I'm just going to turn the grill on because it's a lot easier to cook the top of the omelette under. So make sure that's nice and heated, and then as soon as you make the omelette, as soon as the onions are ready, you can make the omelette. So now the onions start to look like this. You can see that they're just being cooked down now. And so they're nice and soft. I'd say this has probably taken me about 10 to 15 minutes to get to this level. And let that oil just melt down. And we'll start with the spinach. So chuck the spinach in. Looks like a lot, but it will cook down. Get a good stir. And then spread that over the pan so that it sort of covers the bottom of the pan, like so. And then pour in your eggs. There you go. 3 eggs really does give it that thickness. So let that cook, and don't forget to check your onions. So they should be so soft now. You see how soft they are. So good. Just love these caramelised onions. Once they get to that level, you can just take them off the heat, because you don't want them to get harder or too sticky to stick to the pan. Just to make sure that the omelette's cooked at the bottom, just keep checking underneath. You can start to see it brown off, and it doesn't matter if it's not completely cooked because on top, because then we're going to put it under the grill. So once you're satisfied with how cooked it is underneath, just start placing your bits of goat's cheese on the top. Like that, you see? And then I'm just going to put it under the grill. So you can see that it's all browned off, and then what you can do is just smear your goat's cheese over the top if you wanted to, but that should be perfect. Now I'm just going to place it up. So I like to just keep it like that so it actually does look like a pizza. You can see that one onion is, quite enough. And it just depends how much you want. So half an onion probably could have been okay. And that is my caramelised onion and goat's cheese omelette. And then you might want to put some salt and a bit of pepper on there if you wanted to season it more. But yummy. So thanks for watching my video of how to make my favourite goat's cheese and caramelised onion omelette. It's a really quick and easy recipe to do, so you can have it for lunch or dinner, and people are always amazed by it because it does just taste amazing, obviously. So I hope you enjoyed it, and there are going to be a few more of these videos to come. I'm going to try and do as many recipes that I can possibly think of that I eat. So just give us any ideas and let me know, because your comments are very welcome. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.